boys and girls, this is Mrs. Zepeda, and this week I have a new book for you. Today I have a story about a moose. What do you think would happen if a moose came to your house and asked you for a muffin? Well, this is a story about a boy who finds out. Let's read the title of the book. If You Give a Moose a Muffin by Laura Numeroff. Illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. So you'll bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. When they're all gone, he'll ask you to make more. You'll have to go to the store to get some muffin mix. He'll want to go with you. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. When he puts the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask you for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. So he'll ask for some old socks. He'll make sock puppets. When they're all done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. He'll need some cardboard and paints. Then he'll ask you to help make the scenery. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. So he'll ask for something to cover them up. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" It'll scare him so much, he'll knock over the paints. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if you give him the jam, he'll want a muffin to go with it. The end. Well, thankfully, the boy's mom didn't notice the moose was in their house. But let's go back in the story, and I want you to know if you remember the part here where the moose was making puppets, because that gave Miss Zepeda an idea. How about if we make our own puppets? But, boys and girls, we can only use the materials that you have at home. Okay, so we can only use materials that we have at home. So let's talk about ideas of the different kinds of puppets you can make. All right, boys and girls, so remember, we may only use materials that we have at home already. So here are some examples. Maybe you might want to try and make a stick puppet. That's one example of puppets. Another example of puppets you can make are paper puppets. So you can just grab some paper and glue it together or color it to make your paper puppet. If you have lunch bags at home, maybe you can make a paper bag puppet. Okay. Another kind of puppet that you can make them from construction paper or paper that you color at home and cut. These are finger puppets. So that's another kind of puppet that you can make at home, finger puppets. And maybe if you ask your mom or your dad or a grown-up, maybe they have a lost sock that you can use, and you can make a sock puppet with materials you have at home. Okay, so please don't forget, you can only use materials that you have at home. We would love to see your work. I enjoyed the grouchy ladybug sentences and pictures you shared. I can't wait to see your creativity.